Hi, everybody. Yes, I'm starting a few minutes early because I tried to start earlier at 4:30. However, tech issues said no. So I hope you can hear me and see me all positively well. We'll put it that way. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. It's really good to see you. My name is Jenna O'Malley. We are going to do a couple of hours of sprints together. It is currently a few minutes until 5 p.m. Eastern, currently where I am on the East Coast in Maryland, USA. And my dear friend Rhiannon does start in about 4 hours. So we're going to aim to go about 3.5-ish hours tonight. I have a whole chapter that I'm doing as, is it Rachel D. Adams says, scene surgery. I believe Rachel was one of the people I hear use the words scene surgery. That's what's going on. And I thought this chapter was going to be easy. No. So it needs more than a hot, steamy iron gone over it. That'll be the bulk of stream for me in between some cleaning tasks. I want to go over a couple of things right quick, but I'm going to say hello to Miranda. Welcome on in. Thank you for modding tonight. Lady, welcome on in, Soulbar. It's working on your newsletter today and then uploading audio from authortube and then going to remedial massage. Yay, but ow. Is this for the arms and the shoulders and the things? To keep your body doing well. So if YouTube gets brutal with the buffers, then we're over on Twitch, I do believe. And if you want to vote on the poll over in YouTube land, there's the link to do so from the Twitch lands. Also, links to Rhiannon's if you want to join her on YouTube, Twitch, or check out her books, please feel free to do so. She does have a sample of her books over on her channel with an audiobook as well if you want to check out that YouTube channel for multiple purposes. Also, want to find out more about Take Back the Veil? We do have at current 17 vendors who have signed up. I had hoped for 50. We still have about not quite a week until signups close. So if we could get at least over 20, that would be amazing for the first time around. This is a virtual vendor market where kind of think like a book blast, but not just authors. Anyone with an online portal, site, web shop can join in. That link's on both sides. And also, I did just join this one here on the YouTubes. In honor of the Queen, Dolly Parton herself, going to plan a full day stream sprintathon, the Reading Expressway, to raise funds for the Imagination Library. There's a points system here. If you are a streamer, please do feel welcome to sign up, and please do invite people to sign up. We will take people signing up for as long as we can to fill the whole day. So if you want to join in, please feel welcome to do so and share the news. Yes, it is. Oh my gosh. Today's been hard. Hayden Panettiere, this week's been hard. Hayden Panettiere last week. That was too much for me to handle. Because there's the first big movie she was in, Remember the Titans? The Na 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 na. That's Strina's song. So to lose them within hours of each other sucked. Then Janie Bradford of Motown songwriting fame did dare leave, I believe around the 21st. Now, within hours of each other, Dolly and Tim are partying in the great beyond. We knew Tim was coming for everybody's favorite butler, pirate. There's a lot of other things I could call him. But, oh man. Tim Curry was a long time coming, but at the same time as Dolly, I agree with what a lot of other people are saying. Dear Grim Reaper, your aim sucks. Like I was saying to somebody earlier, this is almost to Mushu screaming, "You missed! How could you miss? He was 3 feet in front of you!" Kind of missing. Because, yeah, no, you even took a rebound shot and you missed the rebound. Yeah, no. And those of us who are the witchy woo-woo astrological lovings know that we're in between eclipses right now. It started on the 12th and it ends with the full moon. So something good is coming, and it better be, is all I have to say in response. That's all I really have to say in response to that. On that note, let's draw some cards. We're going to go with Cute Cat Tarot today and the Mythic Goddess Tarot as well. So, first things first, the goddesses would agree the cats can go first. Dang! Not a whole deck. Yeah, low-key, the whole deck went kaboom. An earth-shattering kaboom. Okay, one card, please. One card, please. Not the whole deck. Well, that's an earth-shattering kaboom indeed. Fruits of your labor, 9 of Pentacles. That's pretty good. Earth-shattering kaboom, if you do dare ask me. Fruits of labor, rewards, luxury. I'm a little disappointed that they don't have catnip as the plants there. They have grapes from a vineyard, a traditional sign of abundance. So, 9 of Pentacles. How many days away is it? Let's see what number we get. How many days until that 9 of Pentacles arrives? That's the only card sticking out. Oh, well. Apparently you're going through a rebirth. Yeah? That is neat. So, when the 9 of Pentacles and a rebirth show up, things in about a week are going to be okay. I think we're being told, hold on until September, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're being told, hold on until September. So says your September Virgo in residence right now. Just hold on that long. Good things are coming. It is harvest season. I like to remind people of that this time of year. I was watching a video by My Teacher Face earlier. And if you don't follow her, she's a hoot. She's a former retired English teacher. I find her hilarious. And if you're kind of wondering what I was like as a teacher without actually seeing me teach teenagers, insert her reactions would be applicable. Because I've said similar before or would have agreed with. So she was saying how as a retired teacher, she no longer has, she didn't call it anxiety August angst or something like that. And I'm like, yes, the never-ending Sunday scary. That is the whole month of August. Y'all, I'm looking forward to this August angst ending. And not coming back next year. We'll put it that way. So if your August has been audacious and more, please take some extra time for you. We are cruising into next week, being a holiday weekend here in the States. So do feel welcome to go ahead and double down, all puns and not intended, on taking care of you. So I'll see you all here in about, 30 minutes, y'all. Let's do this. All right, everybody, how's it going? How's it going? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Welcome on back. Welcome on back. Could be. I'm sorry. I did go ahead and work through about a third of the chapter, so not bad. It'll probably take me most of stream, depending on how sprint number 2 goes and whether or not my focus clears up. I was out and about running some errands earlier, and one of the cashiers who checked me out, she said, "I am so sorry. It is Wednesday, and my brain knows it is hump day." And I said, "Oh my goodness, I felt like I've been thinking through pea soup all day for a reason. You're right, it is hump day." So, if you're feeling a little foggy brain today, it's okay. Go with the flow. We're going into a full moon as of tomorrow. So speaking of tomorrow night for stream, I checked the tinyurl.com/authortube, and it says I'm starting at 5. That's not the case. I am totally starting at 8:30 tomorrow night. I'm going to reach out to see if maybe Rachel or Kat has access to fix that right quick, because I imagine what they did was just carried over from either today or Friday, because I normally do start at 5 on those days. But we doing a graduation ceremony tomorrow night, so I want to make sure that the correct time is noted. If you are ever unsure of the time that I'm starting, the number one best place to check will always be my website under the events tab, and I have a link here somewhere. There it is. So just in case. And I'll reach out to Rachel and Kat and so on and see if we can get that fixed. They're pretty good about going, "I'm sorry," and I'm like, "You're human. It's okay." August feels like it went so fast. This too, unlike January, which was like a lot of stuff going on at once, but every day lasted forever. August has kind of been, here's a bunch of stuff to do with, and now it's tomorrow. And I'm like, wait a minute, what? Because I did a lot of because I traveled a lot from like the 4th until the 16th. Off and on, I was traveling a lot. No, actually, no, I take that back, because I went to Fable. So that's why it went by so quick for me, because the first weekend of the 31st of July and the 1st, I was even traveling then. So, yeah. This week is also another busy week. I'm at Next Chapter Bookstore. You all are getting the recording of that presentation. It's going to be about an hour, and it's at 1 o'clock. So it's going to be fun if you're in the Hagerstown, Maryland area, because it's a busy month. Though a lot has happened this month, it's not slow. Lainey, can't handle the newsletter this morning. That's okay. Get to it in your pace and your time and your stride. If you need to do the audio instead, that's totally welcome here. Miranda handwrote about 425, all the magic, woo, 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 with the 2 witchies. I love it. I love it. Lainey got the first half uploaded, and you're allowed to deal with being distracted. Yep. See, this is kind of what a couple of other people have said, like the Heart Breathings calendar, where you can drop it in. I've got 1 or 2 local people who now have done that, because they're like, I don't do the YouTube, but I do the event thing. So thank you. I appreciate you. It's good to know that both audiences are using it in that way. I appreciate that. It totally makes sense. Totally, totally. I did the same with my personal calendar. Embedded it there. So that way I would like to get 2 tablets. My tablet's in my bag. It's not there, Jenna. It's normally back there. Anyway, I'd like to get my hands on 2 newer tablets. My older tablet, I would like to mount to somewhere in the wall as a permanent calendar and dry erase board, if that makes sense. I can just pull up an app and start using the pen to write on it. But I need a tablet for travel writing. That one is starting to show its age. I've had it for 5 years now. It's starting to show its age and its use. But I also need one to handle checking out that is connected like to my cell phone data. That's my next upgrade, is getting a point of sale system that is its own tablet, because right now I'm doing what a lot of people do. I'm using something that connects to my phone. I'd like an actual, at least I can not necessarily scan stuff, but at least touchscreen, you got that book, and check out a little faster. Yes. Oh, yes. I'm sure she knows how. At the same time, in Rhiannon's defense, right now is a very, very, very busy time for her. So maybe drop this in her ear closer to a month from now, because I know she has classes for her and family members starting soon. And as a teacher, I'd like to respect that her mind might be on other calendars right now. Because, yeah, she got a lot of education going on in her life. Because that's a lot. I've been taking some classes here too lately. So I'm I'm in that ballpark with all of you. I've been taking some priestess classes. Actually, potentially, I didn't know that there's an order of Bardic druids that will take on that as like an actual priestess certification. And you can actually pay homage to 2 of the 4 goddesses I honor as part of that path. And I'm like, what? So I'm kind of considering going that route to get my priestess Bardic official for Bridget and Morrigan. Nephthys is going to be interesting because a lot of people teach it for her sister, not for her. So I'm trying to find someone who will fully train me or finish my training for her. Lainey, maybe, yeah, during a break would be, but yeah, that's out of respect, because I know she was talking about not just in members only, but I know over the last week in various of her own live streams, she has mentioned that the next 30 days are going to go like a slingshot for her as far as speed goes. So, yeah, that would possibly be a suggestion for later. On that note, speaking of suggestions for later, second sprint, y'all. If you need a break, take a break. Otherwise, I'll put in a third one for a sprint for the third. Bleh. A break for the third sprint. That's what I'm trying to say. Yup, I speak and teach English, I swear. See you in 30 minutes. Jump up here, Sam. Oh, yeah. Hi. I have Miss Chatterbox. How are you? So I got another third and more. I have a couple paragraphs left to go through and iron out during the next sprint or two. And I might actually be able to switch over to doing the last chapter of Faded Designs Book 1. So that'll be nice. That'll be nice. So we'll see if that does go as planned. I realized there was a shortcut and I didn't need to take the long way on the scene surgery. What, ma'am? What else? What else? Kiki, do you love me? Yeah? Are you happy? Are you enjoying yourself, girl child? And I'm just going to hold her tail so it doesn't go in my face. How are you? Hello. Good to see you. Glad to have you here. I'm sorry you cannot do the sleeps, but glad to have you here. Lady, yay for file uploading and breakfast. This is a lovely combo. I do dearly endorse. Yes. An amazing choice. All hail the traveler and the sweet transvestite that they were, and the pirate captain, and the butler times X number of times, because that dude played a butler so many times. Nigel Thornberry. If you play Dragon Age, he was a bunch of different voices in the Dragon Age franchise too. So he was one of the noble humans that you could date. Played his dad. Miranda, I think you finished drafting that chapter. Congratulations. Either tonight or tomorrow, you'll type it up and see how much it changes. Switching to reading until you need to be. Oh, Apple Crisp sounds amazing right about now. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Kiki, you're like total ragdoll on my shoulder right now, ma'am. Are you okay, or are you just being uber cuddles? Oh, you did get the treats I put up there for you earlier. I didn't even realize you had gotten up there to get them, per se. Ma'am. Miss Spoiled. Yes, you are. So, definitely a good choice on the apple crisp. What is apple crisp? So, take apples, bake them up with, some people will do various spices, some brown sugar, some cinnamon sugar, mix it all together. Nutmeg goes great in this, a little bit of clove if you can withstand that spice from herbage. And then they'll go ahead and bake that up. And normally the crisp part, let me see if I can give you a recipe actually. The crisp part is like a crumbly oat topping that goes over top of it. So you have like this warm oaty granola thing on top of warm apples, and it's normally served with a type of ice cream. There it is. The Chunky Chef. This is the one I normally use as a reference point on measurements. Always, this is a good dish to kind of measure with your heart on the spices. But if you're curious on how to make that topping and you've got some oats in the house and some apples, it's a great breakfast dish. Yes, I was just about to say, it's an amazing breakfast dish. It's very filling because apples themselves tend to be very filling and fibrous. So I've seen people take apple crisp and then like wrap it up in a tortilla, fry it, and then coat it in cinnamon sugar. So then it's kind of like apple crisp on the go. And I'm like, that's an amazing idea. So yes, for those of you who know what empanadas are, it's kind of like apple crisp meets empanada a little bit, but using what you have around the house. Miranda, sliced apples on the bottom of the pan. Yep, oatmeal, brown sugar, melted butter. I've seen other stuff. I've seen people do a crust on it before. Down here, there is a type of pie called a Dutch apple pie, and it literally is an apple pie. Sometimes people will do a lattice top and then put this granola stuff on top. So good. Apple crumble is the other common phrasing for it. Yes, and it's served with, I've had it with custard. You want to talk about super filling because of the whole thing of ice cream has more air, less protein content, I think, depending on the country you live in. But adding a custard, oh, that'd be so filling. That'd be so yummy. Now, other things that this apple crisp goes great with: peaches, pears. I've done it with pomegranate before just because it was okay. It was okay with pomegranate. I just happened to have the ingredients to do that. And I'm like, well, pomegranate was considered an apple of certain proportions in some cultures. Apple crumble also with Laney, I'd wondered. Yes, it's richer, it's heavier, it's more filling. Oh, I haven't had rhubarb. Strawberry rhubarb crisp is a popular dish in Maryland, especially in early June. That's the height of strawberry season here in this part of Appalachia, is early to late June. And strawberry rhubarb crisp with homemade strawberry ice cream on top. You all understand now why I am goddess-sized. The stuff my mother would randomly come home with or make, we'll put it that way. Yes. Woo! Okay, I've never done one with plums. Now I'm curious because I am voracious for plums. This was one, plums and cherries. I could not eat enough of them growing up. Like, my mother did not understand my love of plums and cherries. I would eat almost any other fruit, but give me those and they're gone in, half as much time. So on that note, speaking of food, it is self-care, soul care break because I wasn't hungry. Now I'm really hungry. Disclaimer, I am not responsible that you walk away from one of my sprints or streams hungry. You are responsible to take care of your body. However, as a ripple effect, just saying, please do take care of you. You do matter. Anybody and anything, including yourself, telling you otherwise is lying to you. Gotta remember that myself sometimes. So, imposter syndrome, put on hiking boots. Let's do this. Hello. How is? I did a little bit of self-care. Sorry for the squeaky in the ear. For those of you who don't know, that's my, I have one of those accordion rising desk things. I highly suggest. I think I spent maybe $50 on it. What, 2 years ago now? One of the best things I ever purchased for the office. Definitely worth it. So how are you? How are you? I did some self-care, soul-care that time. Did a little bit of brain rot and cleared out my brain. Finished the other chapter I needed to take care of. So did that first, then did the brain rot thing. So that means, because I think we're on sprint 4. Yeah. For sprint 4 and 5, I can kind of gear in and really focus in on faded design. I have 1,000 to 2,000 words, maybe, left to draft in that document. So it'd be nice to get the draft in that done and out of the way before the end of the month, so it can sit and percolate for a few months before I edit it. How are you? How are you? If you stepped out on my hugs, have a good night. Good to see you. Monica, how are you doing, Soul Bard? Welcome in. Julie, it's been a joy watching your videos here as of late. Tim Curry is indeed amazing as Palpatine in the Clone Wars. I loved him as so many different vocal roles that he stuck into and we didn't even realize it was him. Sorry about that. Y'all had a small sneeze. So definitely Tim Curry, the day Tim Curry was born, the divine had a very good day. That is appropriate way to word it. Same with Dolly Parton. The divine had a good day when she was made. Hello, Andy. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. It's so good to see you. Hey, buddy. How's it? Welcome in. Welcome in. Lainey saying all the hellos. Time to tackle the newsletter. You can do it. You can do it. Can you gamify it? Like, say, for example, if it's 4 sections long, can you take like a chocolate bar and cut it into 4 and then you get a piece of that chocolate bar every time? You get what I mean? I know you just had breakfast, but is there something that you could do along the way for that? I'm so sorry, y'all. I think I'm developing an ear infection. And it's now starting to feel more like a sinus infection, which is right on time because I normally do get one around August, September, in time for my birthday. Note to me, go to urgent care over the weekend. For the first few weeks, you've been massively overhauling your back end. Yes, I am updating all of my back matter and front matter as I'm publishing my next book. So right here with you on this, cheering it on. You can do it. Jen, you're not late. You're here in your pace and your time and your stride, word wizard. I'm glad to see you. I'm glad you ate Pringles. Ooh. So you guys get Pringles up there. What flavor? I'm curious what flavor, because I know this is one of those that it gets different flavors in different parts of the world. Still running a... What? Okay, when I opened up Xtreme, I mentioned in the last, say, week, we've lost Hayden Panettiere. Is it Janie Bradford? For Motown. I probably said her name wrong. Sorry, my brain did a reboot reset at the wrong time because I think I got to sneeze again. And then, of course, Dolly, Tim, Cliff's sister. It's like, what gives? What gives? Hi, Kiki. Crisp has been assembled and in the oven for Miranda. Woo, woo. Chocolate is an all-day food. I endorse this sentiment. Yeah, I'm used to it. So this is literally, I'm going to show up to a local urgent care. The one The one nurse practitioner knows me because I've lived here for now 3 to 4 years. I moved in, almost going on. This will be the end of year 4 that I've lived here. So I've just gone to the same place every time. And it'll literally be, let me guess, it's sinus season. Without fail, check the ears, check the everything. Yep, let's just give you a Z-Pack or azithromycin or penicillin or something. I need something not strong. Maybe some eardrops at most. Sit in front of some binge watching movies. I definitely better do it though, because I have that presentation Saturday. Yay for Hills in the admin. Good to see you. Scrolled, got email from Amazon confirming and got a Kindle deal. Yes. Yay. Congratulations. Congratulations. This deserves to be squealed over. Yes, indeed. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's ears. Sour cream and onions. One of my favorite flavors on chips in general. If you've never had sour cream and onion pretzels or sour cream and onion popcorn, highly suggested. Those were some of my favorite keto-esque or more so keto-friendly options. I have an addiction to popcorn. That's what I'm trying to admit. So we are, I do dare believe, going into sprint number 4. We're going to be here a bit. See you all here in 30 minutes. Okay, sorry, it's like I have 2 words left. I'm within the home stretch. We're in the final paragraphs of getting this draft pretty much done for this version. So what I did for Fated Design, which is my first nonfiction book, I'll have it mostly drafted. I'm going to put it aside for the month of September, or a good chunk of, because most of September, I want to go through book 6, Legacy of Lyric and Time, until it's done and out there. I'll have most of September to kind of iron that one out and make sure it's good to go. I have other stuff I could publish between October, well, even between now and October. And then I have stuff I could publish between October and when Fated Design, Writing with Tarot and Dice, comes out in January. Or February, rather. I'm slowing down. I'm allowed. That's okay. I have already put out a couple of books this, like 3 or 4 books this year. So slowing down and doing it in our pace and our time and our stride is allowed. If I get more out, man, so be it. If not, that's okay too. I do have a whole other pen name that I am trying to get out there. We'll put it that way. I have 2.5 books done for it. So trying does apply. How are you? How are you? Miranda, sour cream and onion is your favorite chips. There's a local Dutch market here that puts sour cream, cheddar, and onion on chips. It's like a combo of sour cream and cheddar and sour cream and onion. So good. It's not really heavy on the cheddar. The cheddar is more like a light dusting to complement the sour cream and onion, but it's really yum yums. Sarah, you are not late. You are here in your pace and your time and your stride. It is so glad to have you here. Sarah just got out of a refreshing shower, a rare treat as a parent. Enjoy every single one you get your hands on, my dear. There's something to a don't bother me shower. And that's from my mother. Mind you, my mom often worked doubles as the night manager in a nursing home kitchen. The majority of me being in high school and middle school. So she said she felt the same way about showers. She would tell us all, I'm clear on usually a day off or an evening off. I'm clearing the bathroom for an afternoon. She would clean it first. And therefore, she was the first to enjoy it. Did dare apply. Oh, no! After mowing most of your lawn, almost finished the spray painting project, and the sky fell in random, but you just saw a really neat design. You had pretty fall leaves in various colors. Said, fall is proof change is beautiful. This is so true. My favorite version of Mother Nature's gown, if you will, is kind of what the trees look like in the autumn time. Now, I do love a spring garden. I love a grassy summer meadow, a really pretty landscape in wintertime, gorgeous. However, an Appalachian autumn, so pretty. And it's starting to be that time. Like, I realized last night, oh, great, it gets dark before 8:30 now. It was plus or minus 8:30, but yeah. The only other thing that means is the closer to 8 o'clock sundown gets, the closer the pretty autumn leaves are in exchange. So simple but profound is a perfect way to word it. Mother Nature has style. She know what she doing with that gown sometimes, most of the time, as long as we humans don't mess it up, right? Right. Miranda, oh, apples are simmering. Like, I could smell this and hear, like, if you did it in a cast iron skillet, kind of sizzle and pop is what I'm hearing. Mama, little one is happy. Toy spinning. Now, maybe he'll let you get a few words in tonight. Yay for new obsession. Do you think maybe perhaps you've given him a love long-term in crafting? Hopefully. It can start as simple as this. We let it grow naturally if it chooses to, but that could be the hope. Carla, yes. Yeah, Muppets for me would work because of the music. between Nigel and Long John. Even if Flea was stellar as Don. I know, right? Oh, the cast of that one, for sure, right? And I've been saying this all day to everyone who's like, but Tim Curry and Dolly wouldn't want me to cry. And the words, at least in the vein of Tim Curry, we are professional pirates, dang it. We're allowed to cry. We're allowed to cry for our captain, dang it, if we choose. Start the newsletter. Do you get some chocolate, Lainey? Do you deserve chocolate? Do we get chocolate? The answer is yes. Miranda reading and stirring the sauce. Cheddar and sour cream chips are dangerous in my reach and knowledge of their existence. I'm Irish. I agree with Dolly Parton. I've never met a spud I do not like. This applies to potato chips usually. Bomica got some notes. Woo woo. Carla working on the wolf shifter. I assume that's what you meant. Or wolf shifter. Which side are we going for here? Because of how I feel about a certain wolf of mine versus another wolf of mine. It's like, wait a minute, Jenna, you literally feel that way about Bjorn versus Borgor. Hold up, clarify. It's an arranged marriage and opens with the, oh, geez. So you're starting literally in the middle of it. Well done. Well done. Rolling a d20 to help direct an idea. You know how I feel about dice. So says the person who has dice in her background. You know how I feel about dice. Do it. Little Wish of a Lifetime is an anthology. Oh, Wish Upon a Falling Leaf. He got to describe a falling leaves as colorful quilt. Ooh. Okay, that sounds gorgeous. He also got clearance yarn. There you go. He enjoys to unwind it and then rewind it on the winder. He's helping and developing a lot of really good hand, like micro and macro hand muscle motions. Good pick, parental unit. Good pick. Speaking of a good pick, well, wait a minute. I know what you like to do with this necklace / bracelet. Let me put that. I took away your toy. No, you can't. Those are new. Those are new. Those were a gift. Those were a gift. I was gifted new jade bead bracelets for my, I think it was jade serpentine something or other bangle I used to have that snapped. And I was given the option, and it literally cost the same amount to get the 4 of these or a new bangle. And I'm like, look, there's a glass shower in there, and there's been some mornings where I've almost sent the bangle through the glass shower. I do not want to risk that again. Let's try beads. For the sake of a glass shower, let's try beads. So, yay. You're not chewing on those. But yes, with the yarn balls. Yes, with the yarn balls. I said yarn balls, so I had to pay attention to her. We know how somebody likes to help with yarn, do we not, Loki? I can't let her around yarn for a reason. And now he stole the D20 ball. Whoopsie. Uh-oh. Can he give it back in exchange for something else, perchance? Carla to Jen, have you ever had the ship? Oh, what? Now, mind you, shamrock flavored stuff in Mid-Atlantia calls up flavors of mint. Mint and sour cream? Please tell me I'm what? You love potatoes and everything. This is how Dolly felt her favorite food in an interview. She once said was potatoes. And she likes them anyway because she never met a spud she didn't like. And I'm like, you can mess up potatoes. But normally when you mess it up, you turn it into something else yummy. So I can see why she says, oh, a little bit of both. Okay, we're allowed to have both. Mr. Grump is allowed to have a little bit of sunshine somewhere in him. Some shamrock. No. What are they? Where can I find them? You found them at a frou-frou gourmet shop in Harvard's backyard. Some Irish brand. Okay, now I'm curious. Shamrock and sour cream. Y'all, I typed in shamrock and S, and guess what was the first thing to come up? Oh. Okay, I know this brand. I didn't know that they made those. Okay. Okay, food from Ireland. I would rather give that link than the other links they offered me. It doesn't seem like it's super oh, it doesn't fit. No. How dare. Great. Okay. I'm going to get you all a link to this. Is Kio's Crisps going to fit? That's the brand that came up. Now I'm curious and I'm going to have to hunt them down. Thanks. They sound, yes. Yes. The Google, yes. Yes. See, that's more. Our shamrock and sour cream potato chips are, I'm reading from their website, by the way, so source is here and cited, are cooked in small batches using potatoes grown on your family farm in the finest quality sunflower oil. Those of you who are allergic to that oil, heads up, because it is apparently an allergy. We season the chips with locally sourced ingredients, tangy taster of sour cream. So they put legit shamrocks in there? This Irish potato lover is very intrigued. I'm hunting some of these down now. Thank you. I appreciate you for bringing these to my attention. I was just going to say, I was thinking this. You must have heard my thought, apparently. I was going to say, this sounds like I need. Is this one of those random videos where I need to get random snacks around the world for Vlogmas together or something, Carla? Because it sounds like what we're shaping up for. I'm totally down for that. That can go on the Vlogmas list. I'm down for that. That means I can do fun stuff like, ooh, that would be a whole vlog in and of itself. All the Kit Kats from Japan I always wanted to try. Oh. On that note, Rhiannon starts in about an hour and 18 minutes. So we're going to do a sprint number 5. We might do a wrap up and wind down sprint. We'll see when we get back in 30 minutes. Oh, how are you? Oh, so I finished what I needed to finish for the zero draft of Faded Design. Yay! Now I can go sleep for a month. It is ahead of schedule. I'm okay with that. It was a shorter work. It's in its zero drafty type form is 20,000 and change. It'll probably be closer to 25 by the time I go in and add some things to it. So it's going to be a healthy little companion book for writers, and is my hope. We have time for a dice roll. That'll give me time to finish up the one other tiny task I want to finish. I'm going to finish some things for my presentation at Next Chapter on the weekend, or for the weekend, for Saturday rather. I have 3 slides and a handout to finish looking at. So literally the handout is making a PDF version of the slides with the notes, because that way I'm not printing 2 things. I'm only printing 1 for them. So how is everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Is it Erasmus? Did I say that correctly? Good to see you. Good to see you. This is how you learn that clover is edible. Yes. A lot of stuff that here in America we consider a weed, clover, dandelions, they're not. They actually have really good health benefits and make, like, my grandmother, I remember her putting clover on top of salads. I never did that as a kid, but she used to do that with dandelions too. Like, she was one of those don't fertilize my backyard kind of peoples, because she legit would use them. But she grew up in the Great Depression. Are we surprised? No. And she was probably more witchy woo-woo than I was ever allowed to know, and wish someone had told me sooner. Pasqua, hello. Good to see you. Good to see you. How are you? A lot of Gen X and millennial women are finding out after their grandmothers passed how witchy woo-woo their grandmothers were. Probably also is fair to say. Lainey, you have to run off to massage. You enjoy that, especially if you got half of the newsletter done. I imagine when we all go to Rhiannon's and hang out, it'll get finished. And yes, Darkness in Legend. The Prince of Darkness and the Lord of Darkness are now together. That's a concert. You want to talk about, and if there is a video of this out there and I don't know it, someone please tell me. You want to talk about 2 people I would love to hear to sing together? I, of course, have said Dolly Parton and Tim Curry, but Ozzy and Tim Curry. Ooh. What they both can do with darker toned and themed music. Yes, that would be a nice earworm. See you all soon, Lainey. All the hugs. Been better, been more. This is fair on the, it's okay, but I hope it only goes up, up, up and better for you. Definitely so. All the hugs to you. It is, but goodness, it was, yes. This. Like, he started so many cult classic trends in stage, voice acting, movies, music, musicals. Yes. Because one of my favorite underrated roles for him, he was in Spamalot. He was in the Monty Python musical. That's how good he is. Like, who else would you pick but a Tim Curry to be in a musical based on Monty Python? And if you've missed it, go enjoy. It's a blast. If you did not know about the Monty Python musical, you're welcome. Especially, I want to say that's the one that also had Clay Aiken as one of the knights. You can imagine which one they made, Sir Innocent. Carla yesterday, and I hope that's not a fever dream, that musical. I think it's real. Carla yesterday, an odd oldie, there we go, popped up and you're listening. Oh, what would you say by Hurricane? I haven't heard that in years. That's an oldie. Hills got updates from your artist and your cover designer. Woo-woo! Congratulations! Everything is awesome. Everything's rocking. Everything's going our way. It was a blast from the past indeed. Yes. Carla's MMC just told her he's a wolf shifter and then riffed on the vowels. She made a spiritual, not just legit. They're bound now. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Did she intend to do that? Yes or no? Enjoy the rabbit hole, especially since you're trying to get to sleep. Is the full moon energy messing with you a little bit, my friend? Carla, he still will have to, I was going to say, there's a reclamation, puns intended, going on here after the freak out is righteously nigh. Carla, yes, I totally just said righteously nigh. You're welcome. Carla just found out when I told her mother you could read palms. She said, oh, you're, see, what makes me think of that statement more, because you said this, is some of the things my mother said as a good Catholic girl that she didn't like about my grandmother now make more sense. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Carla. I was going to say, like your grandmother characters, I imagine you had some personal inspiration. And I thought I recalled you saying that about your tarot decks. You want to talk about a joyful thing that that is must protect level valuable. Carla, Tim Curry was, oh, gods. You want to talk about a blast from the past. If you've not seen his Pirates of Penzance, I bow down at the feet of his ability and his range because this. Whole range of voice and range of acting and repertoire and discography. Okay, I can see that by comparison. However, fitting role does apply. All right. We are doing 13 minutes, y'all. Don't know if you can see that or not, but it was the 13 that got my eye first. So if you need to step out, please feel welcome to do so. This is just a little wrap-up wind down. Oh, a little bit down further there. That's close enough. I like 28. 28's a good number of abundance. 13 brings good vibes around here too. See you soon. So cute. So cute. Show me daddy. I'm gonna pet daddy. Show me daddy. Oh, alright. Alright. Yeah. Kiki. All right, I think it's time for TREATSs, if you get what I mean. Yeah, she's not getting down. It's definitely time for treats. So on that note, everybody, thank you. Whoop. On that note, thank you so much for being here, everybody. It's really good to see all of you live or on that replay. I did go ahead and share some links. So if you want to join Take Back the Veil, please feel welcome to do so. We've got about a couple days where we're still doing our open vendor call. And of course, the Reading Expressway. We're looking to do a collaborative effort to raise funds for the Imagination Library on 9/25. It is a streaming event. So if you want to host as a streamer, do check out. Curious what my schedule looks like? Go ahead and go here or come and hang out over at Rhiannon's channel in about 24 minutes and change. So above all, everybody, take care of yourself.